All right, my fellow traders, let's get ready for another exciting week this week in the markets. Today is just a bit of an update across the markets. When we look at stock market, silver, gold, some mining stocks. We may look at the bond market as well too. And there's a lot of things that I want to cover in this video that I'm keeping an eye on for. Plus also I want to share with you the one market that I'm investing in that I believe over the next couple of years is going to pay dividends big time by possibly a few 100% or more. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's get straight into it. I've got two announcements to share with you. Firstly, if you haven't actually got that free trading course, you can see on the screen right now. Then make sure you grab that. There's a link in the description there. You can grab that. Again, I used to charge for that, but you now can actually get to the trading course. The second announcement I got is that I am now entering my 19th year. That's right. I've been trading the markets now for 19 years. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. And a way of celebrating, I am giving the first two people only, out of respect for people who have invested the full price to my coaching program, two people only to get 95% off my entire private weekly inner circle coaching program that starts today and goes through the rest of basically this entire year. You get private inner circle weekly coaching program from me, my top systems, my strategies, how I scan the market, me there every day and every week, live sessions, you name it. And again, this goes for basically 12 months, this entire year. But the first two people only to email me at Howell, H-O-W-E-L-L, howtrader@gmail.com, you get that 95% off. And I promise you guys, just 1 month in my coaching program will give you the massive light bulbs that you will be looking for. And again, for the first two people only to email me that, and that's it, it's gone. I'm only doing that because it's out of respect for people that have invested the full price. So if that's you want to get access to the coaching program with 95% off, then you need to, that email address, I've actually put the email address below as well too. You can actually see that there. Email me right now and I'll send you all the details. Let's get into the markets. Let's start off with the good old stocky market. Let's go to the S&P 500. And looking at the S&P 500. Oh, by the way, guys, I use I use TradingView, but I use TradingView just because I like the platform. But my main trading software that I use, or my main charting software that I use, is TC2000. Okay, TC2000. I use that for my charting software, but then I use Interactive Brokers to do a lot of my options trading. And then also I have another account with IG. That allows me to do my Forex trading, my futures trading, because the system that I use that you'll learn in my coaching program as well, it works on any market. So I do trading on Forex, futures, commodities and so on and so forth. I'm looking for this exact same system across all the markets. So I use IG if you wanted to know that. So here's a really big, interesting thing that's happening right now. That's what we're looking underneath our feet. The big thing that I've always been watching for. Let's check this out here. So let's go to the weekly chart here, and this is like a do or die area for the markets here. And this is something I've been talking about now for probably a few weeks, and that is looking at the markets now. We can actually see that it's created this high low, but we're at a bit of a do or die area in the markets. Because we are in a downward trend, high, lower high. This is a weekly chart here, right? Lower high and lower high. So we are in a downward trend, but we haven't actually broken this high here yet. And what that means is that we're in a downward trend. As long as it makes lower highs, it could like lower high, lower high, lower high. And if we come up, we come down and create a higher low, but we actually don't break this high, it could come up, fail, and then come back down again, right? So lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. We could be getting what? Another lower high here. So we're not out of the woodworks yet for the bear market being over. Now I have my theories and I have my opinions, and I'm overall bearish on the markets. I actually see the stock market heading down a lot more lower than here. In fact, I have a target for the markets to be back down here at 2,200. When's that going to happen, John? Is it going to happen tomorrow? Yeah, that's right. The entire market. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the stock market going from the S&P going from 3,900 all the way down to 2,200 in one day. That means stocks just like, if that's what the S&P 500 did, imagine what the actual individual stocks have done. Anyway, no, it's not going to happen, right? As you can see, things take time. Someone asked me in the comment section below, I think in my last few videos, they said, John, when's the market crash going to happen? I'm like, market crashes, what is a crash? It's a bear market, really, when you think about it, right? Like 2008, it's like, I guarantee you people were saying the same thing here, right? It's like, oh, when's the market going to crash? This is 2008, right? Oh, when's the market going to crash? Oh, I thought the market's going to crash. Now, this is a weekly chart, all right? Oh, when's the market going to crash? Oh, the market's not going to crash. Oh, when's the market going to crash, right? And then we get periods where we start to get panic selling. And this here, when we start to get panic selling in any market, that's generally where we're going to start to see a bit of a bottoming formation. And then that's when we can start to see a bit of a V bottom and start to come out of that level through there. So bear markets, just like 2008, take time, my fellows. All right. So we actually could be halfway through the crash right now. Now, the big point, the big key here when I'm looking at the stock market is this. The S&P 500, there's two levels here. One, this 4,100. We break above that, we could be getting ready for at least a move back to the upside. I'm not going to outrule that, right? Or we could have here a 3,800 level. That's the level there. So it's like, firstly, the sellers are still in control. We're still in a downward trend, guys. All right. Never fight the trend. Never, ever, 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 ever fight the trend when it comes to trading the markets, right? So we can see that through there. And we can see high, lower high, lower high, lower high. We can see what's going on through here. So the key is this, is that if we fail through here and we start to get something like this happening this week, and then we get something like this week, guess what? Sellers are still in control, right? Now, when people, the new individuals that enter the markets, it's like, how are sellers in control when the market's going up? Because it's an overall trend, right? What is this? What is a bear market? What's sellers in control? It's down and then it's a pullback. It's down and then it's a pullback. It's down, it's a pullback. See? High, lower, high. So overall, who's in control through here? The sellers, because the sellers are lowering their prices, or the sellers are knocking it down lower and lower, lower. So just because we get these pullbacks does not mean the trend is finished and ending, right? It's the highs that make the big difference from there. Hope that makes sense from there, guys. Let's go have a look at gold in the market. And gold, I'm telling you right now, gold, I did a video about gold in that gold is, the worst thing you can do, guys, for trading purposes is start to look at buying gold now. Wrong decision. Trading purposes. Investing, who cares, right? Gold's going to be 10,000 by the next 10 years, so who cares? It doesn't matter where you buy it. I could be wrong, and it could be 500 too. And your mate Harry Dent may be right. He's always bearish on gold. Why? I didn't get it. Anyway, so I'm bubbling because my words, because I have so many things to say about gold. I have so many reasons, or I have at least 2 or 3 major reasons why gold is going to see so much more higher prices. And why gold and the mining sector is one of my favorite investments to do, looking at this theory through here, right? So gold is actually having a big move up, but on what I've just said through there from an investing point of view, from a short-term analysis, technical analysis point of view, we're starting to enter this whole level up through here where we had a lot of resistance and a lot of support, and we're now rallying up through here. I would not be too surprised, guys. Actually, no. There's a massive probability we're going to get some form of a pullback, right? Because we're now overstretched to the upside. We're going to get a pullback. And you actually want to see that, right? To get a reset, to get some equilibrium going, and then a big move from there. Make sense? So we want to get the pullback first to reset it. And once we get that, then we can actually start it up, because we haven't actually started an upward trend yet. This has just been this is a very first leg in this is what I call a very first leg in a very strong bull market. This is the first leg in a very strong bull market. I believe the bull market has started, but we're going to get a pullback, and then the second leg is going to be even bigger from there. So that's what I'm seeing there when it comes to gold. Looking at the mining sector as well too. Now this is that was a daily chart. Looking at the mining sector, the GDXJ, or if I just look at the GDXJ is my baby, guys, my baby. my baby, because I'm very heavily invested into that GDXJ. I'm not heavily invested in individual mining stocks, but the GDXJ chart and the pattern that I see on that chart, to me, screams this GD. I'll go back to that one there, right? So the GDXJ, this one here, and I'll go back to my weekly charts. This one here, guys, had just screams massive upside potential for the next 5-10 years. So that's what I'm looking at through there when it comes to the GDXJ. Again, so we've gotten through there, but that's big picture there. Short-term technical analysis, what we're looking at through here, guys. We can actually see that we have actually had a bit of an upward move, and there is a bit of a, let's actually see here. So we actually had, you got that line through there as well too. So we do have a bit of resistance up through there. Let's go back to the daily charts, see what's going on here. Yeah, we're in a very strong movement from there. Looking at this level through here, not that one there. So we're probably going to see this from there to there. So we're probably going to see that from there to there, right? The down, and then we had a move up. So we're probably likely to see this thing maybe even have a nice move. You know, like again, if we have a little bit more of an upward move, they're probably going to hit a lot of areas of resistance through here. We can see we're starting to slowly change a bit of a trend here. If I go to my weekly charts are very important, guys, to keep an eye on that true trend. We have actually broken past that level through there. So this actually could be the start of a big bull market here. But the big thing I'm watching for on this one here is that we've had a move down, and now we're having a move up from here. So we're not out of the woodwork yet. What we would want to see is maybe, even if it did rally back up towards this resistance level here, get a bit of a pullback, and then we start to see a movement back to the upside from there to there. So they're the big things that I'm watching for when it comes to the mining sector on a short-term technical analysis basis. Once again, we are starting to head up through here, so we're going sideways. We're right at that level of resistance as well too. So I actually, yeah. So looking at this through here, guys, I wouldn't be too surprised to see. Yeah, actually, I wouldn't be too surprised to see the mining sector maybe even have one more last leg to the upside, and then maybe have a pullback. So we may get something like this, and then we may get something like that, and then it fails as well too. So we're getting towards this is getting towards the end of this leg, guys, because we have been, look at this here, up, sideways, see how it's been going overall up for quite some time. This is when we start to get into the danger territory. If we look at it from if 0 is the start of the move and 100% is the end of the move, this is probably getting towards the end of maybe that top, say, 20% of what happens in move before we start to get a good pullback, and then we go for a reset, and then we get to go for another move, something like that as well too. So I hope that makes sense from there. Let's go have a look at the bond market. So let's go look at the 10-year. 10-year actually really interesting for the 10-year, right? 10-year actually just came right back down to the support level here, and now we've actually bounced off it this week. So you can see bouncing off this level through here. Isn't that amazing? It's like we're using trend lines and technical analysis to look at the interest rates. It just boggles my mind, right? Don't you find this stuff fascinating, guys? It's like all the news and all the announcements and all the computers and all the things, and for some reason it bounces off these trend lines, or it might bounce off a moving average, right? It's pretty incredible. So if we go back to our daily charts, we're down to this level of support level through here. So I wouldn't actually be too surprised, guys, to see maybe even the short term anyway, to see the interest rates actually head back up again here. So possibly you can see, look at this here. We actually came down, we flushed down past the support level, and we came back up. And then now we're getting this level through here as well too. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we actually start to get a bit of a rally to the upside. I am watching this downward trend here because we've got a high, a lower high, and another lower high. So does it come down? Does it rally back up and then keep going up? Or does it rally and then create another lower high and then break back down? That'd be the really interesting key part I'm looking for from there. Either way, guys, over the next couple of years, as the Fed as we start to go into a recession, we're probably going to see the interest rates start to pull back a lot more from that. And so from that process there, I see things like TMF, which I'm invested in myself. things like TMF and TLT, we're probably likely to start to see a movement back to the upside. So I hope that helps you out there today, guys. Once again, make sure if you are interested in that first only 2 spots only for that 95% off sale for celebrating my 19th year, then make sure you email me at Howell, HOWELL, trader@gmail.com. The email is in the description as well too. And if not, if you just want some free help, then make sure you grab that free trading course link in the description as well.